getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Hey, what's good? Happy Thursday, good afternoon, and welcome. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 100.7 The Score mobile app, and yours on television, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. A lot of different ways you can take us in. However you're doing so, we thank you for making us part of your Thursday. Alongside Trent, Hilliard, I'm Chois Woodman. Ben Portman across the way taking care of us. You can join the conversation if you'd like to. Your thoughts, your comments, your questions, hopes, dreams, reactions of any sort, all of it welcome on the Utes Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score app, which you can carry anywhere with you in your pocket, even listening out in Flowery Branch, Georgia. What's up, Trent? How are you?
I'm doing well. It's
good. It's good. Well, you've
Flowery Branch. Is that like a magnolia tree?
I would guess something along those lines. It would fit Georgia.
Yeah.
They seem to have some flowery trees going on.
They do.
Got a few different things we'll get into. The college football video game continues to put out some rankings and ratings, so we'll update you on where some Red Raiders are. And this will be a thing, not just the video game, but leading up to the season, pretty well from this point on. What are we? We're like 70-something days away, I think, from kickoff.
Yeah, let's see. It'll be 2 months. So
let's see, how many days till?
I would 80 days has for sure gone by us.
Yeah, that's gone by. So how many days till what? September 5th? We are exactly 72 days away. 72 days away from kicking off the season. So pretty well leading up to the season. You'll see lists and you'll see preseason honors and all of this stuff. And Texas Tech's going to see a lot of it, because you have a lot of talent on this roster. People may say it's crazy, but this may be a more talented roster when you're just talking about depth of talent than you had a season ago. Now, you had some really good high-end, top-end talent last year, but the overall talent on this roster may be deeper than what you had last year. So we'll get into the video game, all sorts of other stuff we could talk about over the next 3 hours or so. Trent, I know you were 100% out on World Cup action when we talked before it started. How much outside of this room have you taken in?
The World Cup, probably 45 minutes.
Okay, so you have watched some.
Yeah. I'll turn over and catch a little bit and watch it for a little while, and then realize nobody's going to score here, so let's
all right,
tune in to something else.
I'm done with it. I catch the fever every time around. I've started watching other matches. We got USA tonight. Is that
a late night one too?
No. Are you watching this going to bed, or
I probably will.
Watch the first half and fall asleep.
Maybe after 10 o'clock and maybe after the news. We'll have the second half. I'll flick back and forth during that, kind of see how it's going, and it's what's made it more interesting, I guess, is all the fans.
Yes, I agree.
Have been here, whether they've, or just expats living here in the States or whatever. That part of it has made it more interesting. That you follow Freddie, so you tune in to see how Germany did or whatever. So that part has made it more relevant, I guess, for the non-soccer people out there.
No doubt. So y'all can tell us your favorite part of the World Cup. I mean, maybe outside of a couple of USA wins, but favorite part of the World Cup that you've seen thus far, or whatever you want to share on the Utes Flooring Center chat line. I'm a little nervous that maybe U.S. doesn't win tonight. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
You're kind of secured where you need to need to go to, but it's been fun to watch this team. So hopefully they can make a run.
And then they're going to be sitting some people, right? People that already have yellow cards. That's my understanding that some of them would sit so they don't get in danger of getting a red and having to sit after that or whatever.
In the games that matter. So, this is kind of like a team in the playoffs because I believe the U.S. already has the top seed coming out of this group. So it's kind of like a team in the playoffs or in Week 17 in the NFL.
Right.
You know, a team that's already got their spot, no reason to hurt anybody or anything like that. So, I mean, there's still some things to go for. Guys want to – there's the what's it called? Anyway, the most goals scored in a World Cup. People like to go for that. So there's still some individual stuff you're hunting for. But anyway.
Well, and if you're a soccer person, I mean, some of these guys, I would think they don't want to sit because – it's only every 4 years, kind of like the Olympics, every 4 years that you kind of get to cash in on that true NIL stuff, your name recognition. And if you're not playing in a prime time game that people are going to be watching,
right.
You don't have your name out there, and that's where you're going to make your money in the States is you do well and you get the advertising dollars and all that stuff that comes with it because people don't know you outside of what you're doing right now in the World Cup generally. So, that'd be a tough thing to have to sit when this is your chance to really get your name out. Another opportunity, I guess, not the only chance, but certainly an opportunity with a late game. And I don't know how many folks on the East Coast will be. Man, it's a late one for them. But Central and West and Mountain will be tuning in.
9 o'clock. That's
and
really
East Coast people are just used to that too.
I guess so.
Go a little later and start a little later.
Yeah. This text from our Yates Flooring Center chat line: Trent Hilliard, like my old English teacher, Mr. Hilliard.
There you go.
He's the one. Unless you had another Mr. Hilliard as an English teacher. So, yeah. Now you got to tell us, did you like him or not? You're anonymous on the chat line, so go ahead and just tell us if you
let loose
if you liked him on the chat line. So, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
David said, "What's a lead that Donovan Atwell has joined Golden State? I've never heard of that. Connect 10. I think it's a Exhibit 10 contract. It's basically a non-guaranteed contract that gets him to training camp. Is what it is. So he'll have a chance to play in the Vegas Summer League, that sort of thing. But if you can shoot, NBA likes shooters, so he'll have a chance to try to make a dent in the roster. Be really difficult for him because of size, but you never know. Would love to see.
Well, with the NBA, with the 3-point line backed up, it gives you a little more room.
Yeah.
And he was shooting from
out,
deep anyway.
And he has a pretty quick trigger.
Yeah. I think he's going to be one that's going to make some money
I would
in
love
the league, whether he bounces around a little bit here and there or what. But there'll be a spot for him on somebody's roster.
Hang him out in the corner, let him shoot threes. Yeah, there are guys that can make money for shooting, and man, he's high on the list of the 1-year guys we've had for me. That you kind of just fall in love with those guys.
Right.
Love Donovan Atwell and really wish he could have had more than 1 year, but he was impactful this year for sure.
Yep.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thanks for hanging with us on a Thursday. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score app. Chois Woodman, Trent, Hilliard, yours from the First United Bank studio. We'll continue to read some of your thoughts and comments. We'll get to the video game stuff. The defensive player ratings. Tech has 4 inside the top 10 nationally in their position, which is pretty good.
Wow.
But first, this from the chat line. They don't stagger the last of the first round to keep the teams from trying to manipulate the scores in case of ties. The tiebreakers can be in goal differential It keeps some, and I like that they put this in quotes, integrity. We love to use that word. That actually makes some sense in this situation.
Yeah, we're so ingrained in eyeballs on and ratings and all that type of stuff, and here in the U.S. that we're thinking, why would they not stagger these things?
I guess it's the same. I mean, that lines up with what Major League Baseball does on the very last day of the season. I think everybody plays at 3:00 or so. For that reason, if you've got tiebreakers, if you've got anything that you don't want other teams to be able
have an advantage. Right.
Know what they need to do or that sort of thing. So
yeah, nobody's tanking it because someone already lost and they're in or whatever. So yeah.
Yep. AD says basically explain the same team. Some teams already know, like the U.S., but it wasn't always like this with the new head-to-head tiebreaker in the group stage. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
That's good.
Like it.
Well, and that's the thing with soccer. Is your games are going to end about the same time.
Yeah.
You know, when you're on a time limit and it keeps it going even when the ball's out of bounds, and you get a little bit of extra time here and there.
It's within a few minutes.
But it's not going to be even like a basketball game or whatever that's, could end 20 different, start at the same time, but 20, 30 minutes later it's one's ending. So,
depending on
that's a pretty good idea. Pretty cool.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, Trent, the latest on the college football video games have come out. Have you played any of this video game since it's come out?
No, I haven't. I have not played, and that's one of the the disadvantages of having girls is you don't get to play like video games and do stuff like that like you might if you had sons and you're sitting around and
sure
and then being a coach. My free time. I don't go. I'm going to go lock myself over here and play video games or whatever. So there's not been a whole lot of that.
Fair enough. This is pretty well the only video game I'll play, and it's pretty rare. But the kids love it, and
Yeah.
So
you'll make the sacrifice.
So I'll make the sacrifice. And it's really fun when Texas Tech's really good. Tech has been good in the last few games, especially last year, and will be in this one. But this is really just a measuring stick to see how another publication, if you will, views your team heading into the season. We know Tech was ranked 11th nationally in this game with an 87 overall rating. Defensively, you were ranked 4th in the country.
Okay. 4th
best defense in this video game. And a lot of this is based off of just pure talent. That's how most of this goes. They use the Pro Football Focus metrics to kind of rate these players.
All your measurables.
Yeah. So how they did last year and all of that. So the number 2 linebacker in the game, and this is number 2 nationally, is Ben Roberts with a 91 overall rating. The number 2 cornerback in the game is Bryce Pollock.
Wow.
93 overall. That's All-American territory.
Yeah.
It's basically these guys are first or second team All-Americans. Number 4 defensive tackle is A.J. Holmes with a 92 overall rating. And the number 4 linebacker, Austin Romaine with a 91 rating. So that's actually middle linebacker for Roberts and outside linebacker for Austin Romaine. But
so do they factor in like tackles you had last year and things like that, where with the transfers, obviously with all those guys being on the same team, you're not going to have as many tackles, but you have more. So does that help, like Austin Romaine's rating maybe be higher than his actual performance will be this year?
I believe this is supposed to be individual. Romaine had a really good season.
I
think some of these newcomers are being overlooked a little bit. And surprise, Tech actually has some really good players that are returning this year.
Yeah, a lot.
But I think Austin Romaine's one that's getting overlooked quite a bit. He is a first-team caliber all Big 12 linebacker, but you had some really good linebackers in this league a season ago and a couple here in Lubbock.
Right.
So he wasn't necessarily viewed as well, and his team didn't do as well. So Romaine, I think, is a big one. And then Mateen Ibrogba, I think I'm never good at Ibaragba. I don't remember. Wake Forest, that guy.
All right.
He's one that I have not seen his name mentioned a lot here, yet he's one of the highest ranked players in the transfer portal, or was in the transfer portal. So I think he's one that's going to be pretty interesting to keep an eye on, especially rotating in and out with A.J. Holmes. You're going to be able to have some fresh legs and fresh build inside
that depth you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's going to really play in for our team. We're going to have a lot better ability to rotate guys and maybe even situational if we have to. But the depth, we're not going to drop off a whole lot and have fresh legs going in that late third and fourth quarters, hopefully.
Yeah, you may not have a David Bailey on this team this year, but you do have, in my mind, 2 Romello Heights, which is still really good.
We'll take it.
On the outside. You got 2 Romello Heights. You've got 2 Lee Hunter caliber players. A.J. Holmes deserves more than that because he was excellent himself last year.
Yeah.
So basically, you have 2 really good interior linemen like you did a season ago going in, but Skylar Howard got hurt, and then A.J. Holmes rose to the occasion. So I think defensively, you're really good. There's some question at safety, but when's the last time we've had a number 2 cornerback in the country?
No, I know.
I mean, a shutdown guy, and Pollock was that last year. They didn't throw his way a ton, and then he still led the league in interceptions with 5 of them. So, yeah, Pollock could have been a second or third round guy if he went to the draft last year. He comes back and he'll have a chance to elevate that stock to a first round guy this year.
Yeah.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Thursday afternoon on the Bottom Line. 100.7 Score and the 100.7 Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Trent, Hilliard, intern Joel, and Ben across the way. Y'all keep your thoughts and comments coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. There was a question earlier, I think from a previous couple shows, about the contest tomorrow night. Just a reminder, you can join us out at King Louis Sports Lounge on Milwaukee tomorrow evening for the grand prize giveaway of $10,000.
Nice.
So you want to win that cash, you do have to be present. So this is a in-person local giveaway. Now, you can still get entries if you show up. You can sign up and get entries there. But your name's entered in several times if you've been entering up to this point with our words of the day. So the more times you've entered names, the more of your name that's in the hopper. And they'll give away, they usually give away a few other things leading up to it. There's drinks, there's all sorts of stuff that you can hang out with at King Louis Sports Lounge. So come out and see us and be part of the $10,000 giveaway. Cash money. So come out tomorrow, but you do have to be present. This, back to the Yates Flooring Center chat line, Trent says, if one team has already won the pool and the other can't make it, why play? Well, I guess because injuries can still happen, and
a lot of people have traveled over to watch their team play.
People can still get the golden boot. I think they call it the golden boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have paid for it. People are still going to watch.
Right.
A whole heap of people are going to watch the USA tonight, even though this game is essentially meaningless.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I mean, there's national pride involved, so yeah. I get the sentiment of what you're saying, but there's more to play. Hot take, Romaine is better than Rodriguez. That is a hot take. Now, can he be better this year? It would be a heck of a season.
Man.
Jacob Rodriguez had one of the best seasons any linebacker in college football has had in this century, in 25 years. And then you can probably go back further than that, and it's still one of the best college football seasons by a linebacker ever.
Well, and not only just did he do so many good things, he did them in the big moments.
Yes.
It was the expectations, and here we are. We're game day, and what are you going to do? And well, here he's gonna create the turnovers and get the interception, do all the stuff.
Unbelievable.
So that's it's so much more. I mean, not only was he just always seemed to be in the right place at the right time, but again, the punch outs. He kind of takes you back to old Lawrence Taylor, who used to strip and do that. That's become Rodriguez kind of perfected the punch out, and
better than anybody.
You're going to see more and more people trying to emulate that. But the thing that he did so well is he didn't just come and punch and miss. He punched while making the tackle.
Correct.
And a lot of people will try to strip the ball or do things, and they don't make the tackle.
Yep.
He had the ability to do both, and not just some little 5'6" receiver out there that you can grab with one arm and pull him down. I mean, we're talking running backs coming full speed, and he's
not easy to do.
Taking it on and doing that, and that when that's in your mind as a running back or receiver or whoever. Now you're having to think about holding on to the ball and not delivering the blow and getting the extra yards. You're just trying to make sure that you don't fumble, and that's a huge thing. So yeah, so valuable. So if Romaine can have a season like that, man, awesome. Our defense is really going to be phenomenal.
I'm not going to predict that Romaine's going to have a season where he forces more turnovers than some teams get altogether, like Jacob Rodriguez did last year, or more fumbles than teams did altogether. But I think Romaine's going to be a very good piece to your interior. I think even though David Bailey was the number 2 overall pick in the draft, I think Jacob Rodriguez is harder to replace. Now, you could still have a really good defense, but the turnovers specifically, they're game changers. They're moment changers. The amount that he had. And Roberts was part of some of them last year, and Curry was part of some of them last year, but him seeming to be a walking forced fumble is just something we haven't seen at this level of college football in a really long time. So he literally is top 10 in the Heisman. So saying Romaine is better than Rodriguez is inaccurate and a very hot take, but saying Romaine could elevate his game and be really good this year, if he equaled the season of Jacob Rodriguez, we would all welcome it as Red River fans.
Absolutely. Because he's one of those guys, Romaine, that I hated on Kansas State because he was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really good, and so you hate those guys. You respect them but hate them, but now we get a chance to love him.
Yeah. He's going to be – I think he's going to be really good for you. That interior that you have in the linebacking core is excellent going into the season. All right, y'all hit us up. Whatever thoughts, comments you may have on the Yates Flooring Center chat line, we welcome them. Trent.
Yes, Chois.
Here are the craziest foods you can buy at the World Cup. It's the end of lunchtime, so it fits a little bit. In Miami, you can get the fancy AF tots. I don't know what AF stands for, but it's 3 fried hash browns topped with caviar, creme fraiche, and chives. All for the low price of $75.
Yeah, caviar.
I don't think I'm paying.
I don't think I've ever had caviar.
I think I've had roe, which is supposed to be like caviar. It wasn't for me.
Places I get invited to don't have caviar.
No, I had it on an appetizer somewhere.
Okay.
I can't even remember. And it just, The Empanada Mundial in Miami, also.
Okay.
Massive 5-pound chicken and cheese empanada that costs $40. 5 pounds? That seems like
it's
deal
shareable.
You can feed the family there. Yeah. That's not bad. Twinkie cheeseburger in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Cheeseburger topped with bacon-wrapped jalapeno that's stuffed with brisket and cream cheese. Short rib poutine in Vancouver. I'm in on that. Fries with loaded gravy, pulled short rib, and cheese curds. Maple bacon smoky in Vancouver. Smoked sausage topped with bacon, onion, jam, and maple syrup.
That'd be good.
And the worst of all, the $20 beer. In Mexico, the daily minimum wage is $18. So a $20 beer in Mexico, not great.
You might want to just pass and wait till after the game.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is the Bottom Line. Blind projections back in business this summer. He's Jamie. I'm Chois. Intern Joel across the way. He'll get his first taste of blind projections. He may not even know what we're doing, but he's there. So, throughout the summer...
That's what makes him blind, Joel.
It's true. We need a camera over there for the producer room sometimes. We, throughout the summer, like we did last year, we're going through and picking every single game in the Big 12 Conference. Earlier this week, we picked West Virginia. We're going in reverse alphabetical order, just because we can. West Virginia, we had going 4-8 and 2-7. My guess is today's team will have a little bit more success. It is the Utah Utes. This is a team that their fan base can get rather annoying. But when you look at the actual team, Jamie, it's one that's going to be interesting this year because they are changing head coaches for the first time in almost 2 decades.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I don't expect a dramatic drop off the normal that you would expect when you change coaches, because it just feels like a plug and play guy who's been there as one of their assistants.
Right. So we'll go the same order as we have. It makes it easy. Jamie's first, I'll go second, and then Joel will have the swing vote if needed. The first game is the Idaho Vandals at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Give me the Utes.
Okay. I'll take the Utes as well. Joel, you picking the Utes?
Yeah, give me a dub in that game.
Okay. Next one gets more interesting. It is the Arkansas Razorbacks. This is a 9:15 Central Time game in Salt Lake City. Arkansas and Utah. Jamie?
I will take Utah.
I will also take Utah here.
Yeah, I got Utah.
2-0 start. Up next, the dreaded rival Utah State Aggies. It would be hilarious if Utah State won this game, but I'm guessing we're probably not going to pick it that way.
No, I'll go with Utah.
Okay, it is 3-0. Same for Joel.
Utah State.
All of us have identical records up to this point, and we have arrived.
Wait, Joel picked Utah State.
I'm going Utah State.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I lost over that completely. My bad.
I'm going Utah
Crank that
State.
mic up a little higher, Joel.
Yeah.
Choice is old and he can't hear very well.
I am old. We keep it low in there for when Jeff McGuire's in there. Everybody else has to raise the...
I didn't know we turned it on. I just assumed he yelled through the windows and comes through our mic.
All right, we've arrived at Big 12 play. So Joel's sitting at 2-1. We're 3-0. 3-0 collectively. First game is at Iowa State, which would be a tough start in most seasons.
No, I'm taking Utah.
I will also take Utah.
Take Iowa State with this one.
All right.
And Ames.
Boy,
I'm hoping that Joel's right on this.
He hates the Utes.
I'm for Utah struggling. Versus Kansas. So they start out with pretty well the bottom 2 teams in the Big 12, or maybe 2 of the bottom 4 teams in the Big 12. Home game against Kansas, Jamie.
I will take Utah again.
I'll take Utah.
Give me Utah.
If it is the 5-0 start that we have, Utah is going to be ranked pretty highly at this point, one would think, just off of a 5-0 start. At Colorado.
Utah.
I'll go Utah. Oh, I think that could get interesting.
I'll go Utah.
6-0 start. So they've reached bowl eligibility in as many tries. Versus Houston at home. This is the first real interesting tester we have.
I'm sticking with Utah.
I'll go Utah as well. At home.
I'll go Houston.
Houston for Joel. So Joel is much lower on Utah than we are. At Cincinnati. Sorsby-less Cincinnati.
Every team.
I haven't mentioned Sorsby's name at this point, so
Cincinnati.
I had to get our contractual obligation to mention his name. Are you going?
I'm going to take the Sorsby-less Utes.
Oh, okay.
Because they're also saying Sorsby.
I will go. I'll go Utah.
And I'll go Utah for this game.
8-0 start. Then it gets interesting.
It does.
Their schedule up front is probably the easiest first 8 games in the Big 12 that, I don't know, maybe outside of Lubbock. Versus BYU, the rivalry game. Jamie?
I will take BYU.
I will take BYU on the road as well.
Yeah, I'll take BYU in the Holy War.
Or the road team. All right. Consensus loss for Utah there. At Arizona?
Arizona.
We're going back-to-back losses. Jamie, we've picked the same thing every time.
Every time.
Arizona or Utah?
Give me Arizona.
So now let's drop to an 8-2 through the first 10 games. This one's the difference maker to me of whether Utah's viewed as a good team or just they were good or had a soft schedule. At TCU.
I'll take the Frogs.
Man, that would be so interesting. I think I'll take Utah here. So you get the true swing vote.
I'd take Utah here in Fort Worth.
So 9-2, and then West Virginia at home.
Utah.
Friday after Thanksgiving. I'll go Utah.
I'll go Utah.
All right. So we've got the Utes at 10-2 collectively. Jamie has them 9-3. I have them 10-2. Joel goes with a 7-5 Utah team. I'm rooting for you.
He's 7-5. I'm 9-3.
I'm
and
10-2.
You're 10-2.
But by the way of the picks how they went, it's 10-2 as a group. So
okay,
there we go. West Virginia 4-8, Utah 10-2. Which of those marks do you feel more confident that that's going to be right?
The West Virginia one.
4 wins for them?
Yeah.
I'm the same way, I guess. I actually had West Virginia at 6-6, but this Utah team, there's unknowns with a new coach. There just are unknowns. I actually think they lost quite a bit defensively. They're losing 2 first-round offensive linemen off this team. So I don't really know. They may be able to be just fine with that and be the third-place team in the Big 12 again this year. They might be. But I don't know if that is – if the coaching change hits them harder than expected.
Yeah, and as I was saying before, I just don't think it will. I'm not saying it's going to be just, no changes for them or whatever, but I think it'll be an easier transition than you would expect for most schools that are changing head coaches.
Devin Dampier is also an interesting case. Do they move to Bird Ficklin more? Is Dampier the main guy? How do they use those 2 quarterbacks?
Yeah, I just hand the ball off to Ficklin every time.
It's
like the most explosive player in the league.
He's up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Utah will lose to Arkansas. Houston beats Utah. Okay. So someone on the chat line.
Neither one of those would shock me.
Yeah, I just think this is, if you're a conference guy, which it doesn't feel like we have many left in Lubbock. If you're a Big 12 conference, I'm not. Are you mad at the Big 12? Are you not?
Yeah, I don't know that I ever was a conference guy, to be honest with you.
Okay. I had shifted that way the last 2 years or so, just because I know what you need. You need the conference to be good.
Sure.
But if you're a conference guy or gal.
I kind of pick and choose.
I typically do.
Is that a word?
Choosed?
Choosed?
If you're from New York, it is. Choosed it.
I picked and choosed.
Oh, that sounds more like Boston.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not from there.
Okay. I think you need Utah to be good. If you're a conference, banner guy, you need Utah to be at least 10-2. If you're trying to make the Big 12 look the best it can. I guess it doesn't have to be Utah. It can be another team that's 10-2, but
that's a big name.
But Utah's a big name, and that helps when they already have a head start. Tell us what you think. Thoughts, comments, questions, all of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy to be part of your Thursday. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lentz, Ben Portman with you today. We'd love to have your thoughts, comments, questions, anything and everything. Welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. It's pretty interesting news coming out of the NBA draft of sorts. We'll get to that in about 15 minutes or so. But first,
time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
I have just kind of a sort of out there question. I want you to open up your Texas Tech football schedule for this one to be able to answer this to the best of your ability. Jamie, Ben, our fine listening audience, does Texas Tech in 2026 face every head coach on their schedule? Current head coach. Or is there an interim somewhere in there? Will Texas Tech face the current sitting head coach for every team on their schedule? Or will there be an interim in your mind?
Yes, they will.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ben?
So they will face an interim head coach, so to speak. Because I see at least 3 on there. Arizona, West Virginia, Baylor.
Arizona? Brennan had a pretty good season last year. I'd be surprised if he goes. I don't know that they're getting rid of Richrod in year 2, though they could have he could get rid of himself.
If they were going to get rid of
the last 4 seasons, we have seen a bunch of coaches let go before the season's over.
Mm-hmm. But it feels like if they were going to these schools that you're in question here, then especially Dave Aranda, that they would have done it already.
Before the second to last game of the season?
I think, yeah, for Baylor, you're just gonna wait. If you're after week, well, that's not to say it couldn't happen in week 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could already have happened.
I don't think so. I think they have enough respect for Dave Aranda that they're not going to do that.
I can see Satterfield leaving too.
That's the one that I would put in question.
I think you've got 4...
Because I think there's a lot of pressure on him right now.
I think there are 4 potential on the schedule.
Okay. None of them are Coach Patterson, right, at Abilene Christian?
I hope not.
Okay.
I like him.
Yeah.
I think Colorado's one of them. And that could be Dion. If they get off to a bad start, Dion could walk away.
He starts talking about health.
Right? And you could face an interim there.
Mm.
Now, that's pretty early in the season, so I would guess that's not going to happen, but it could happen. That one's still a potential. At Cincinnati, you're 7 games into the season. If it's a poor start there, when was Matt Wells let go? 7th game? After the 7th game, I think it was. I believe.
It seemed earlier than that. It was like mid-October, wasn't it?
I think you were 5-2.
So it was.
Remember, that was the criticism. Yeah. Who does Texas Tech think they are firing a 5-2 coach?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it was the 7th game of the season.
Yeah. That was from Joel Klatt, wasn't it?
Cincinnati, yeah. Joel Klatt went off on.
Mm-hmm.
At Cincinnati, I mean, you could be the one that, if you crush Cincinnati up there, maybe you put the nail in the coffin up there. Who knows? But I would guess both of those, because of where they're at in the season, you're probably facing the head coach. The two others to me are at Baylor, which my answer to this is yes, because I think it would have already happened with Dave Aranda. I think maybe they get rid of him in week 8 or 9, and you're facing an interim at that point. Because it does feel like when coaching changes are happening in college football nowadays, teams are trying to get out in front as fast as they can.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more likely that you see a coach let go in the season than maybe ever before.
I would definitely agree with that.
And then versus TCU is the last one. Now, the reason I think this is very unlikely is because they did a contract extension with him recently. But the fan base is just, if you follow what's going on in Fort Worth, all 25 fans out there seem to be pretty upset. Because he set the bar so high in year 1.
Yeah, he's winning 8 and 9 games.
8 regular season games, usually with the 9th, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so that one's the least likely on the list to me. It's probably
they're just more bothered by the fact that Texas Tech is good. It's not that they're.
That's really it. You're kicking their butt on the recruiting trail right now too. So that's
whose butt are you not kicking on the recruiting trail?
Most. You're working over most. I think you got 12 or 13 blue chips right now, and the rest of the league has 14.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, people are upset, as we've realized. Here's another question. If you could pull one school from each of the other Power 3 conferences and one G6 school and put them in the Big 12, who would they be, and what schools from the current Big 12 would you give up to make that happen? Oh, man. Who would it be? You only get one from each conference.
Gosh.
That's a tough one. I think it's truly a toss-up. I'll take Florida State or Miami from probably Florida State, if I'm being honest, from the ACC. Because you have UCF already. So there's kind of a...
I would give them UCF.
You would give up UCF?
I would give them UCF, yeah.
So who are you taking from ACC?
So,
still that?
No, I'll take Miami or Florida State. I think that's good.
There's Clemson, too.
I would, I don't know. I might pick Duke.
Duke is a thought if you really want to lean into the basketball thing.
Yeah, or North Carolina.
But the thought, I mean, if you're able to...
Or Syracuse, just so I could see my Orangemen play.
Of course you would.
Plus, it'd be easy wins for Tech.
But you wouldn't want them to go against each other.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
I would not.
You wouldn't like that.
Give me SMU. Bring the old Southwest back.
I don't want to.
Part of this question that is hard is I don't want to, like, whoever we're trading to the SEC, I don't want them to get
better.
Get in the SEC.
What's the worst trade we can give the SEC?
Yeah.
Who's the
does
worst
not
option?
Fit at all.
Cincinnati. You can go to the SEC.
Yes, there you go.
That would go over there. Y'all can be 16th every year.
I don't know that I even want anybody from the SEC.
LSU.
Okay.
Semi-regional. It'd be fun.
It'd be a fun team to hate.
It would be a fun team to hate. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Definitely fun coaches to dislike.
Tennessee would be fun.
Tennessee would be fun. I'd like Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be for that.
Yep, I would too.
I want to know the texter that texted this in. Tell us who you would pick.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a really good question.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Hanging out with the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. powered by Happy State Bank. We're on TV, Fox 34 News now. YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. Whole heap of ways you can take us in, however you're doing so. Thank you for making us part of your Thursday afternoon. Alongside Jamie Lent, I'm Chois Woodman. Ben and intern Evelina across the way. You can also join the conversation if you'd like to. Your thoughts, your comments, your questions, whatever you may have, bring it all in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Take the app anywhere with you, even listen in out in Ty-Wapiti, Kentucky.
Wapiti.
No, Ty-Wapiti. There haven't been as many ties as I expected in the World Cup draws.
That's good.
I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been some entertaining football for sure. Mm-hmm. Jamie,
I mean, I think more people wear jerseys than they do shirts and ties. Choice. So, who's putting a tie on with a jersey?
We were past the dad joke segment, Jamie.
Oh, okay.
Which was stellar. If you missed it. Some interesting stuff from the NBA in the last 24 hours.
I don't even know if those words go together, but okay.
I was about to say, preface this. We don't talk a bunch of NBA. Christian Anderson was drafted 2 nights ago.
Okay, that's interesting.
He went to the Hornets. What makes this next thing interesting is because Christian Anderson went to the Hornets. LaMelo Ball got traded this morning. So one of the big pieces that was...
To like Afghanistan, Uzbekistan.
Am I supposed to tell who? Where he went? He went to the Timberwolves.
Okay. They're still from Minnesota.
They are still in Minnesota, not Uzbekistan. So no LaMelo Ball, which is interesting because that's...
It should open up some minutes for Christian.
I would think it opened some minutes up for Christian Anderson. They traded for a big man in Naz Reid, so that means Anderson should have some more opportunity than it looked like, because it looked like he got drafted into a situation where he'd be sitting quite a bit. Now there's a decent chance he'll be this backup point guard.
Yeah.
Behind Kobe White. So that's one thing. This thing is more interesting to me because this has an impact on college sports. The Clippers drafted a guy named Narcisse Ngoy. I have no idea if I said that right. Ngoy is his last name.
Ngoy.
Clippers drafted a guy with the 57th overall pick last night. He's not going to play for the Clippers. He has announced that he's going to play for Auburn next season instead of playing for the Clippers. Now, this is an international guy.
I thought you had to either say I'm going to the draft or I'm not going to the draft.
He never formally declared for the draft or went through the process, yet the Clippers drafted him. So that's where the hang-up is. Here's the explanation that I've read. Ngoy, or however you say his name, became automatically draft eligible under the NBA's international player rules that after you turn 22. And this is where a 5-for-5 rule will change things too, by the way. It will bump this out. But after he turned 22, he becomes automatically draft eligible. So teams can draft your rights. There's times where teams have drafted a international guy and let him play overseas longer, but you have the rights to that guy to...
Tony Kukoc.
Pull him wherever. Yeah. Tony Kukoc. Spurs have done it a number of times. There's plenty of teams that have done this process. Sure. So Clippers selected him in the second round to retain his exclusive NBA rights.
How long do they hold those rights?
They hold them even while he plays at Auburn next season.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially the NCAA version of a draft and stash. Instead of playing overseas, he'll continue developing in college before eventually making the jump to the NBA.
So, I mean, this can be 3 years, 4 years?
I guess.
Yeah.
If the 5-for-5 rule, it's passing this week. That's what's reported. There's a cutoff on your age limit. So I guess he really only has 1 season with this.
Okay.
So before that, this could have been 3 or 4 years or however long.
I'm sure he'll make more money playing a year for Auburn than he would have
overseas.
Guaranteed playing for the Clippers. If he's a late second-round pick, decent chance he's probably not going to be spending the whole season with the big club, so to speak.
Yep.
Probably spending some time up and down in the G League and all that good stuff.
I'm sure they've talked to him. I assumed that they had talked to him, and this was the plan, maybe. Because at surface level, it looked like, oh man, he's burned the Clippers and went to Auburn, which is a really weird situation. We see that happen in baseball all the time. We never see it in basketball. This is really the first instance of anything like this.
I wonder if he's using this as leverage with Auburn to get more NIL money. He'd be dumb not to, right?
Sure. He'd be like, hey, Clippers drafted me. I can head that way right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how signing bonuses and all that work. I have no idea on some of those details. But it's just another one of these things where you think you've seen a lot of stuff in sports and you've covered sports for so long, and then you get something in today's world of sports that's like, didn't know that was a possibility. And that's one of these. Not that big of a deal. He'll go play for Auburn this year. And
did you notice how many guys draft rights were traded in the second round yesterday?
A bunch.
It is like these teams don't even want their second round picks.
No, they don't.
Like they should just have one round, and then everybody else is unrestricted free agent.
I think the reason we won't see that is because there's probably 2 to 4 guys every draft out of the second round that do work out and that are pretty darn good.
No question.
So if you get rid of that second round, I guess, I don't know, you could still do it with undrafted free agents. I don't know. Really, the way NBA teams view guys now is usually it's one to 5 guys in the first round that are really good, and 5's pretty deep. Like that are excellent players, all-star caliber. And then there's a group after that, even lottery picks that are, okay, these guys will be good role players on a team, and beyond that, they give up. I mean, it's like, okay, we really don't even need these picks. It's just crazy to see how it works now. But
great players have come out of the second round.
They have.
Tony Parker is one that jumps to mind.
Manu Ginobili was a second-round guy, too. I mean,
if we want to double down, Tony Kukoc was also a second-round pick.
I mean, is there a greater player to ever wear number 7?
Man.
Just waiting for that one at UMHB this year. But
we'll see about that.
We'll see. Did she lock in 7?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Is it just for you or Tony, or like she's not a Tony Kukoc fan, right?
Oh, she likes his style of play, but that was her first number that she wore.
Oh, okay.
When she first started playing.
Why have we not done this in high school basketball yet? Why can we not have numbers that go past the 5?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I know it was because refs couldn't figure out their fingers for a long time, but
do you think Chris Need can count that high?
That's pretty high. Hey, I get the original reasoning, but come on.
Yeah.
Everybody else is doing it. Come on, UIL.
It might have confused Trent Hilliard. I mean, it might have just thrown him off completely.
We don't want to do that. Well, he's retired, so we can do it now. We're good.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.